see what I'm saying? I don't think the evolutionary world can get us there. I think it would take us in the wrong direction. And I think early on you saw some fruit of that. I know people would push back, but you had Darwin's theory of evolution. You had a first cousin of Charles Darwin named Francis Galton, who's known as the father of eugenics. I don't know if you've heard of eugenics before. You all heard of eugenics? Eugenics is the idea of like selective breeding humans towards a better humanity. We're going to take these principles of evolution, and just like you can breed a more well-adapted dog or something like that, or a chicken, we're going to make a more highly evolved race of human beings. That was Galton's idea. And then you have, shortly thereafter, you have a philosopher of the 20th century, late 19th, early 20th century, named Friedrich Nietzsche, who's an existentialist, who says he's the one who proclaimed God is dead, we've killed him. You know, the Enlightenment ideas have extinguished the legitimate claim of Christian truth. And so what we as a society must do now to move forward effectively is that we've got to essentially promote ourselves to demigods. We've got to elevate the authority of humans. We've got to create the Ubermensch, the Superman, not the guy who flies through the sky with a cape, but a super race of humans. Well, guess who took the wicked eugenic ideas of Francis Galton, who considered Africans as much lower in the evolutionary chain? He really taught that than white people. He's wrong about that, clearly. Who married eugenics with this philosophy of creating the Superman? Where did that take us? It took us from Darwin to Dachau. That was the combination, the main driving force of the wicked ideology of the Nazis. And so what's the common denominator? They took God out of the equation. They jettisoned God. Here's the way the Apostle Paul says it in Romans 1, seeking to be wise, professing themselves to be wise, they instead became utter fools. Right? It's not in man who walks to direct his steps. None of us is wise enough, either individually or collectively as a society, to come up with a coherent worldview that would seek to factor out God. It just cannot be done. Let every man be a liar, and yet God remains true.